As I reflect on this course and my journey through student teaching, I can confidently say that one of the most helpful parts in preparing for my EdTPA was learning how to be truly intentional in my planning. Before this experience, I viewed lesson planning as making sure I covered the standards and kept my students engaged. However, this course pushed me to think much deeper about my purpose as a teacher. I began to focus on why I was teaching each lesson, how I would measure student understanding, and how I could support every learner in my classroom. EdTPA required me to align my objectives, instruction, and assessments in a meaningful way, which was completely changing how I plan today. One specific example that stands out was during my math lessons on money. While preparing for EdTPA, I had to carefully think about how I would introduce the concept, model it, and assess my students' understanding of counting coins and making amounts. After analyzing their work samples, I noticed that several students could identify coins but struggled to combine them to make a given value, especially when working with mixed coins like quarters, dimes, and nickels. Because of this, I adjusted my instruction by incorporating more hands-on practice with real and play coins, as well as small group instruction where I could model thinking step by step. I also added visual supports, like anchor charts and number lines, to help students see how coin values add together. That experience showed me the importance of using student data to guide my teaching decisions, rather than just moving on because the lesson was done. Working through EdTPA helped me make stronger connections to what is truly required of me in the classroom every day. Teaching is not just about delivering content. It's about constantly reflecting, analyzing, and adjusting. I became more aware of differentiation and how important it is to meet students where they are. Now, in my second grade classroom, I regularly use those same practices, looking at student work, identifying misconceptions, and planning targeted instruction to support their growth. Since I completed my student teaching in my own classroom during my second year of teaching, the experience was especially impactful. I wasn't stepping into someone else's space. I was fully responsible for my students and their learning. The aspect of student teaching that had the biggest impact on my life was learning how to reflect honestly on my own teaching. Watching myself teach and analyzing those moments was challenging, but it helped me grow in ways I didn't expect. I became more aware of my questioning, my pacing, and how I support student understanding. Do I feel prepared to lead my own classroom? I feel more prepared now than I ever did before, but I also understand that teaching is a continuous learning process. EdTPA and this course didn't make me a perfect teacher, but they gave me the tools, confidence, and mindset to keep improving. I feel equipped to make intentional decisions, support my students effectively, and create a classroom environment where all students can succeed. Thank you.